First of autumn. So we can see since the seasons changed, all the crops we had before have died off. So we need to clear that out to get ready for next year. So the new things showing up in the mountains are mushrooms. We can find both regular and poisonous mushrooms. Obviously you don't want to give anyone a poisonous mushroom, since they don't make good gifts. But there is one person who will do something with the poisonous mushroom if we give it to him. Alright, and we'll stock up on eggplant seeds for the fall. They grow back just like tomatoes and corn. We're only going to get 6 because getting 8 bags of seeds total was a bit too much for summer, and I want to have some extra time to take care of other stuff when I can. We want to give the poisonous mushroom to the potion shopkeeper, who will make a new type of medicine with them. We only need to give him the one, because it'll stay unlocked afterwards. Oh, glitch. It should be Angry Face Karen there. I'm not sure what causes that event. But this is Karen's sick event. I don't think it's related to that other one. If you visit one of the bachelorettes when it's raining and their affection is high enough, you'll be able to have that sickness event, and it's the only way to see the inside of their rooms. The only gift Gots will accept that will give him a positive affection rating are the wild berries that grow during the fall. And he has a recipe that he'll only give if its affection is high enough. So we're going to have to shove those into his face a little bit. The carpenter who doesn't take the fish for the recipe will instead give you a mushroom dish. The sprites also have a mushroom recipe. Alright, fall second. He comes 2 days before the Cow Festival because the next day will be the actual registration day. We're not going to enter it because the cow isn't going to be ready, but we'll do it next year. And they used to write "you're" there. So during the fall, he starts selling the Ocarina, which just so happens to look exactly like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time's Ocarina. It's a completely optional item. You don't ever need it, but it does make a scene that can happen later a little bit different. Duke also has a wild grapes recipe. Fall third. Okay, got Anne to over 100 affection rating now. I'm worried if I don't get enough music boxes, I might be cutting it a little bit close. Ooh, got a hard crash. It's frozen, I have to restart today. Sick. Okay, so that wasn't a problem with the cartridge, that was a problem with the game. It's actually very poorly coded. So, random crashes like that can happen every once in a while. Whether it's interacting with stuff in the game or going out of a pause screen or something like that. Because this game has some terrible spaghetti code, it's a big part of the reason why it never got released on the Virtual Console for the Wii, and they had to wait until Wii U to release it. Alright, full fourth. Alright, it's a festival day, so we need to take care of this early. And this festival takes place at the Green Ranch. Testing the milk doesn't actually do anything. You just get selected as a judge because I didn't put a cow in for this festival. Oh good, you're here. Oh, look at that slowdown. Ugh. Slowdown was actually a much bigger problem in the Super Nintendo Harvest Moon game. You didn't have a cow festival like this, but instead of having a max of... Actually no, it didn't have the same maximum number of cows, but the problem is that it couldn't handle it, so if you had the max amount of cows, it would slow down a lot. Same problem with chickens, where you could have up to a dozen chickens in that one as well. Which leads us right into fall 5th. Alright, and now Basil is leaving for the winter. He won't show up again until next spring. So whatever affection he has right now will determine what happens when he gets back. If I miss out on what I'm trying to get, I'll still have a second chance for going into the third year. Okay, his affection is falling high enough to give me the recipe. So that's one less thing I have to worry about every day. Alright, nothing really happened during the day. but after all that prep work, we finally got the vineyard restored. Which leads us into fall 7th. Yep. And that'll cause some stuff to happen later today. Okay, I'm out of corn, so almost the entirety of Anne's affection bonuses will have to come from music boxes. At least until I can get that greenhouse built up. Okay. The payoff for all the work for increasing the Harvest Sprite's affection rating, Karen's affection rating, getting this stuff set up with the goddess. That makes it fall 8. Fall 8. And after all that, the mysterious wandering cameraman sends us Karen's affection photo. The Kifu fairy dance. Alright, that's another one done. Our first batch of eggplants came in, so we need to take care of these. The midwife has the only eggplant recipe in the game. We finally happen to be here for Papyri's gift of giving event. So that's a good happiness boost. It's followed by Harris's. Although this one might only happen during the fall. What are you doing back there? Okay. All night. Oh. Heinz is fully grown now. I need to go get the milker. So having a fully grown cow will let you milk it once a day. It's going to start off with small size milk because its affection rating just isn't high enough yet. But we'll be able to start giving that out as gifts for recipes. And then once that's finished, we can start selling it for an additional bit of money every single day. Alright, first milk recipe is giving it to Jeff. For the cinnamon milk tea recipe. There you are. That's weird. Alchemy. Which leads us to fall 10th. And once again, our stalker sends us a photo. Other people let us know about the next festival. This is a Moondrop photo. We are actually starting to see tangible progress. Rather than just, no, I swear the numbers are big enough. Fall 11th. Harvest Festival, kind of an important one, especially for our run. Didn't know she'd invite you if your affection was high enough. Okay, it took me a little bit longer than it usually does. Alright, we can finally get our first extension. Let's just want to make sure it's lined up in quite a weird way. But we're going to be getting the most expensive one in both money and lumber that you need, but it is also easily the most useful, and it's one I wanted to get as soon as possible. Alright, Rick has one of the other milk recipes. Handmade butter. Ignore that carpet in the corner, I don't have the money for it right now. Alright, and with that, we've got our most important thing. At least we will in a few days. Horse. Horse, are you okay? Yeah, he's okay. Fall 12. So going over here, we can actually see the carpenters working, or at least where they should be working. It might be a little bit screwed up because of the festival today. Alright, now it's time for the Harvest Festival. Yeah, slow down. Just want to make sure to talk to everyone before I talk to the mayor in case that triggers the event happening. Alright, now we need to wait for Ellie to come out. There she is. There's a coin inside a random slice of cake, and this is in fact completely random. Okay. You have about a 10% chance of getting the coin and becoming the king. There's two other festivals that this affects. The... what was it? The Spirit Festival? Checking the notes. Yeah, the Spirit Festival and the Sewing Festival in spring, which we saw earlier. Since I didn't get it, I don't get the guarantee. But if I get Kai's affection high enough, I'll be able to have him invite me for the events, which should be good enough for the photo in spring. If it doesn't work, then I'll just save scum for the next year's event. I've never seen multiple of these in a row. Looks like that's Anne's dream event. But we're at Fall 13 now. Okay, right. The carpenters still build as if they're building the house, even though the head carpenter is sitting where he's supposed to. Why is there no capitalization here? I don't seize it. Watch out for the berries. Okay, and all that stuff between the dancing and the dream event. Anne's affection is now over 150. Okay, Greg. Thanks for the vote of confidence.